overwhelmed or stressed lately, thinking what should I buy, prepare, and how should I feed my baby in order to support proper health and development? Don't be stressed anymore because I got you. We're going to deep dive what are the essential food that deserve a prime spot for your little one's diet and also the reason behind it. So if you're ready, let's get started.
Welcome back to my canned representation. Again, today we're diving into our topic on nutrition and foods to eat during infancy. So let's get started. We're going to break down this topic into three easy to digest parts. First up, we'll talk about the normal healthy growth of an infant. Then, we'll dive into the nutrition needed to support that growth. And finally, we'll translate that all info into what you should put on your plate once your little one hits 6 months old. If you're intrigued by this beautiful topic as I am, be sure to stick around till the end of the video. Alright, are you ready? Let's jump right into it. Alright, let's kick things off by talking about the healthy growth of an infant. Let's dive right into it. Infancy covers the period from the day your baby is born until they hit their first birthday. Now, when it comes to healthy growth, you'll see some changes in your baby's weight and height over time. Here's what you can expect. By about 5 months, your baby will likely double their birth weight, and by the time they hit 1 year, they might even triple it, reaching around 20 to 25 pounds or 9 to 11 kilograms. Here's a fascinating fact. An infant's brain weight is about 12% of their body weight, while when we compare that with an adult's brain weight is only about 2%. As for height, it is a bit slower to catch up compared to the weight. You can expect your little one to grow around 10 inches from the birth to 1 year. It's amazing how much they change and grow in the first year, isn't it? Watching your baby's gross motor skills develop from birth to 1 year is such a rewarding experience for any parents here. So here's a quick summary of what you can expect to see month by month. So in the early months, your baby will start by lifting their chin up, then progress to lifting their chest up and reaching and grasping objects. By around 6 months, they'll be able to sit with support, and soon after, they'll be sitting up on their own and sitting in a high chair. At around 9 months, they might start pulling themselves up to stand with a little help. And by 12 months, they'll be able to pull themselves up to stand using furniture for support. It's so incredible to witness all this muscle unfold right before your eyes. As your baby grows, you'll notice their sensory motor develop really start to take off. Right from the birth, you'll see the reflexes becoming more coordinated, and as they grow, they start to explore objects around them. You'll also notice them getting better at figuring out cause and effects, like when they learn that shaking a rattle makes noise. As they get older, you'll see them experimenting more with their surroundings, using gestures, and even starting to engage in pretend play. It's amazing to watch their little minds at work as they explore and learn about the world around them. Now, let's talk about nutrition that supports growth. You know, an infant brain relies quite a bit on glucose. It uses about 60% of the day's total energy intake. Now, when it comes to protein, it's important not to overdo it. Too much protein can put stress on the liver and kidneys, which have to work extra hard to get metabolize and get rid of the excess nitrogen, which is toxic to the baby's body. Signs of the protein overload can include things like acidosis, dehydration, diarrhea, and elevated levels of ammonia and urea. While these issues aren't super common, they can happen if infants are fed inappropriately foods like fat-free milk or concentrated formula. When babies are younger, a higher percentage of their body weight is made up of water. Typically, breast milk or infant formula provides enough water to keep them hydrated, especially in early months, which is first month to 6 months. However, if the weather is extremely hot, baby might need extra water to stay hydrated. It's all about keeping balance and making sure they're getting what they need, especially in different environmental conditions. Let's talk about the first 6 months of feeding. Breast milk is pretty amazing. It's easier for babies to digest compared to infant formula, which means breastfeeding baby usually need to eat more frequently. In the beginning, that could be mean around 8 to 12 feedings a day. So whenever your little one shows sign of hunger like increased alertness or activity, remember, crying is a late sign of hunger. So it's best to feed them as soon as those early sign pops up. As your baby grows, their stomach capacity increased and your milk production ramps up, allowing for longer breaks between feedings. Now, even though babies get a good chunk of milk in the first few minutes of feeding, it's still encouraged to let them nurse for about 10 to 15 minutes on each breast. This helps stimulate milk productions and ensure they're getting enough nourishment. And speaking of milk, the main carbohydrate in the breast milk is lactose, which not only easy to digest but also help with the calcium absorption. It's pretty cool how nature has everything perfectly balanced in our little ones. It's highly recommended to stick with either breast milk or infant formula for your baby's nutrition. Both have their own set of benefits. But hey, if breastfeeding isn't an option for you, infant formula is a great alternative. Here's the thing though. Please, please avoid giving regular cow's milk to your baby. It's not designed for their delicate little system. Cow's milk has a high amount of protein that can really stress out your baby's still developing liver and kidney. Let's stick to what's best for your little ones, right? All right, let's dive into the foods to eat during the infancy for your baby. Okay? For the first 6 months, it's all about exclusive breastfeeding or infant formula for your little one. That's why they need to thrive during those early months. As your baby reaches the 4 to 6 months, it's time to start complementing breastfeeding with some solid foods. You can introduce iron fortified cereal mix with milk, pureed meats, mashed legumes, as well as a variety of vegetables and fruits. So this is very exciting time to begin to explore new flavors and textures with your baby. Once your baby hits the 6 to 8 months, you can start introducing more textured foods like thick sliced bananas and bite-sized pieces of vegetables and meat. It's so fun stage where they can start exploring different textures and getting used to more solid foods. As your baby grows from 8 to 10 months, it's time to slowly add a variety of foods to their diet. This include things like soft bread, yogurt, cheese. This new addition add more diversity to their meals and help them explore different tastes and textures. As your little one reaches 10 to 12 months, you can start adding even more variety to their meals. So feel free to increase the portion size based on how much your child wants to eat. So, also just a heads up, this is just all general information. If your baby has any specific condition or concern, it's always best to chat with your doctor or even maybe scheduled with a visit of a registered nutritionist dietitian so they can give you a personalized advice tailored to your little one's needs. So it's all about making sure they're getting the best care possible.
Thank you for watching until the end, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, or if you're new here, please click that subscribe button. And that's all. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.